This video right here made me over $10,000 in the first 7 days of it being published. And last month alone, it pulled in more than $20,000 and is still generating qualified leads while you're watching this. Now, the best part is that I only invested around 5 hours creating this video, which means that the return on investment on my time is around $4,000 an hour. And in this video, I'm going to teach you exactly how I did it so that you can do it too. But first of all, let me explain why my situation is different to 99% of the creators that have made money online. And the first reason is I do not have a big audience. In fact, I have a little bit over 1,000 followers across platforms and only 250 subscribers in YouTube. The second reason is that I had no previous editing or recording experience. And so as you can see, this was my first ever upload, and I even recorded it in English, which is not even my native language. And the third reason is I haven't gone viral once. And yet with less than 1,000 subscribers, my co-founder and I, we have managed to attract people with audiences 500 times bigger than ours and work with some of the top names online. In the past few months, we've attracted companies worth multiple $1 million and top founders and creators who offered to bring us in-house as part of their team. We've received tens of messages congratulating our work, asking to join our team, and asking how they could work with us. And now you're probably wondering, what do we do to generate this level of opportunities with less than 1,000 subscribers each? Well, I'll tell you what we didn't do. We didn't send outreach like crazy, we didn't spend a single cent on ads, and we didn't try to go viral. So the question here remains, how do you make people want to work with you without pitching, without selling, or without begging for attention? Because the truth is, most people never do. Most people will never get the clients that they really want, not because they're underskilled, but because they don't understand the game of attention. Because if you look around, you'll realize that those that are playing the game of business in a higher level, they're not chasing opportunities, they're attracting them. The interesting thing is that those people, they aren't working 10 times harder than you. They're just creating an ecosystem so compelling that they attract the opportunities and clients that they want to attract. And this took me months of hitting the same wall before I even realized it. So this is my co-founder and I 1 year ago. So when I first started in business with my co-founder Anton, we did exactly what people had told us to do, which was send thousands of emails and DMs a day, grind 12-hour days, and get little to no results for the effort that we were putting in. We're making some thousands here and there, but it was nothing predictable. To be honest, we may have been lazy, or you can call it whatever, but we hated this experience. We saw that every single action that we took had almost negative leverage because it didn't compound onto itself. And at that point, we were talking daily about how this didn't feel right because we knew that we were good at what we did, which was branding and strategy, and we knew that our place was working with top clients. We had this constant feeling, this constant thought of there has to be another way, there has to be a more leveraged and easier way to get in front of the right people. But despite having this feeling, we kept on making the same mistake for months because everyone was saying the same things online. You need to invest in ads, you need to send 100 pieces of outreach a day, content doesn't work for years, so don't even try it. We kept on hitting the same wall until we worked with Daniel Dallin. Working with Daniel and seeing the behind the scenes of his operation, growing his brand and scaling his movement was eye-opening for us because for months we had to see how every single opportunity that you could imagine came to him. We're talking about creators with hundreds of thousands of followers, international entrepreneurs, billion-dollar companies, you name it. Every single kind of personal and business opportunity that you could ever imagine, it came to him on a daily basis. And I can guarantee you at that time, he wasn't working harder than us, but he was working smarter because he was building an attention ecosystem that attracted every single opportunity that he had ever wished to him. While working with him, we organized an in-person event in Barcelona with over 300 attendees. And I remember the night walking back to the hotel with Anton, and we were both talking about this experience. It was a painful realization, but it also gave us the confirmation that we needed, and it gave us hope that it was possible to attract the people that you really want to work with to you. So when we figured this out, we started breaking down and putting everything together into a repeatable framework that we could use for ourselves and our clients. Which, by the way, if you're interested, we're giving this away for free in a private community that you can access down below in the link in the description. And after breaking this down, we defined exactly the business that we wanted to create. The goal was to work with the best people in the market. We wanted to make our dear clients come to us, get compounded returns on our efforts, and being able to focus our time on delivering real results instead of chasing opportunities. So now with the system and a goal, we had to reverse engineer this to make it come to reality. And our thesis was really simple. If we can get in front of the people who suffer from a problem that we're able to solve, they may take the next step to work with us if we provide them with enough value. So to apply this, we followed 4 simple steps. So the first step was identifying a group of people that we could help. And in our case, we chose a niche of people that we understood really well, which was online founders looking to build a brand that attracts, engage, and converts viewers into clients. We chose this niche for several reasons, but the main reason was that we knew how painful this problem was, and we also knew that we could solve it. Why? Because we had solved it for others and for ourselves. We decided to focus on their pain points, not industries or broad categories, because we knew that they lacked clarity, we knew that they had a misaligned strategy, and we knew that the people that we were targeting had a wrong positioning, which was either attracting the wrong clients or not attracting any clients at all. This all comes down to knowing your ICP, knowing the people that you're targeting to the last minute detail. The more specific that we got with our content, the easier it was to attract the right people. By knowing them better, that they know themselves, we were capable of articulating their problems better than them, which made them see us as a possible solution. This ties to the second point, which is make content specifically for them. Because to convert someone from a member of your audience to a client or customer, you need to get that person through three main phases. First, they want to see if you can relate to them. Then they want to see if you can comprehend their struggles. And finally, after those two, they want to see if you can help them. So if you do all these three right, people will want to work with you, and specifically with you. And this is what creates a sales process that is so seamless and frictionless, that is wonderful compared to outreach or ads or anything like that. So in our case, our funnel is super simple and frictionless. Is content, website, book a call, and in the call, as we've mentioned, as they want to work with us, because they already know that we understand them, know that we comprehend them, and know that we can help them, there's no objections, no hard sales, and they're ready to take the next step. But to do all this, you need to create content that speaks specifically to their struggles. We knew that we had to be as specific as possible, so instead of creating like high-level advice, we created high-intent content targeting the right people. Now, once that you're specific with your content, you need to leverage the right platforms strategically. Many people think that social media is about being everywhere, when in reality, it's more about being intentional with your presence. In my co-founders, in my case, our presence exists across different platforms to have an omnipresence online, but each platform is destined for one purpose. So Instagram for me is for personal content and connecting with top players. I use Instagram mainly to DM back and forth with people that I consider interesting or that I really want to connect with. I obviously showcase a little bit of business because it's a big part of my life, but you won't see educational or content that's created for conversion in this platform. Nevertheless, I've created my YouTube super intentionally to be 100% education and client acquisition. I want to turn my YouTube into a client acquisition system to get in front of the right people. This is how I choose to use my platforms, and you can use any, but I've chosen YouTube for many reasons. And the three principal reasons are that it increased the time exposure that people consume your content and the amount of content that people can consume because people binge watch in YouTube. It's also evergreen content. I can record now and it's still getting views 1 month later or even 1 year later if the video is good enough. And it optimizes for in-depth breakdowns, which allows me to create this feeling of rapport with my audience and explain concepts like this, which I couldn't explain in 100 reels. We've also seen that it works amazingly for clients as well as a client acquisition system. But the key here is be strategical and define what's the goal of that platform for you, because you can have everything, just not everything in the same place. And the third step is make the next step clear. And what I mean by this is that if you're targeting the right people and you've created high value content, they most likely need and want your help. So just let them know that you have something that you can help them with. I know this sounds absolutely obvious, but I see so many people that just expect people to know that they have a paid offer or a product or a service that they can help their viewers with. And they either don't mention it or mention it too late when the majority of people has already lost interest in their video. So you want to link your stuff in the description and in the comments, and you want to provide value up front, but maybe giving some free resource, some free guide, template, community, whatever it is. And this is the simplified 3-step system that has taken my co-founder and I from working 12-hour days, getting left and right after sending hundreds of emails and seeing little results for the time they were putting in, to working with our dream clients and making them come to us ready to take the next step. This strategy has allowed us to make thousands from YouTube alone and have more time to invest in providing results, which is actually what drives the business forward. And as I said before, we've done this with no ads, no outreach, no team, no going viral. And this has allowed us to build a business with 90% profit margins, 0% refund rate because clients choose us as much as we choose them, and 100% sleep at night because there's no headache with the system. But the more that I stay in business, I realized that there's no right way to do it. There's no such thing as a formula or a roadmap to success. The only thing that determines your success is your ability to define where you want to go and how you want to get there and stick to it. Make it happen. My co-founder and I decided that we wanted our business lead generation to run on autopilot with the conditions that I've stated previously, and wanted to make huge margins with the less team as possible and have the right people come to us. My question for you is, what business do you want to build? Because if you understand that you can build any business that you like on earth, then you have the power to choose. So are you building a brand that attracts the right opportunities to you and your business, or are you stuck chasing clients? So if the answer is that you want to build a brand that attracts this level of opportunities, consider subscribing and maybe checking out the links in the description. So without further ado, see you in the next one. I hope you enjoyed this one, and bye.